Hello, friends. Thank you for joining me for another music theory video. This one is called Notes Count. This is about notes and their values. Every time you hold a note, you count. That tells us how long or how short to hold the note. You know from previous videos that a quarter note gets one beat. So when you hold it, you go one, and that's it. Eighth notes are like taking one quarter note and cutting it into two equal pieces. Each eighth note gets a half of a beat. Okay, so when we count eighth notes, we don't say one, we say one and. If you learned these in school, quarter notes are tas, eighth notes are TTs. Ta, TT, one, and. So that's how that works. Eighth notes and quarter notes are pretty easy. So quarter notes have a rest too, or I shouldn't say that. There is a quarter rest too. A quarter rest also gets one beat, but you don't play. You still count, but you don't beat. So quarter rest would be one beat of nothing. Okay, a half note gets two beats. 1, 2 is a half note. Half rest is 1, 2, nothing, but you still count for two beats. Dotted half notes get three beats. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. And a whole note gets four beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the rundown of basic notes. Quarter notes and quarter rests get one beat. Eighth notes, when they're paired together like this, they're equal to one quarter note, but each eighth note gets a half a beat. Half notes get two beats. Half rests get two beats, but you don't play, you count. Dotted half notes get three beats, and whole notes get four beats. So let's put some note math to use, huh? Notes and rests. Write the number of beats. So how many beats was a dotted half note worth again? 3. Whole note is 4. 3 plus 4, let's write it in, is 7. Remember that two eighth notes beamed together, we call this thing a beam, are equal to one quarter note. So this is one beat. A half note is two beats. 1 plus 2 is 3. You remember, whoops, that whole rest, pardon my scrolling here. Remember that whole notes, excuse me, get four beats. 4 plus 4, that's a toughie. 4 plus 4 is 8. Half notes get 2, half rests get 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. Pretty slick, huh? And you're staying with it. You're doing great. Let's scroll down. Now we have to draw the type of note that gets the correct number of beats. I need to fix a typo in my worksheet, don't I? 1 plus 3 equals 4. Do you remember the type of note that gets 4? Whole note. Those are fun to draw. A quarter rest plus a quarter note. 1 plus 1 equals 2. That's a half note. Half notes are pretty easy to draw. It's like drawing a whole note and putting a stem on it. This thing is called a stem. Let's take these away and we'll scroll down again. Ooh, this one looks challenging. A half note plus a half note. Let's see, that's 2 That's 2. 2 plus 2 equals 4. But I was supposed to draw the type of note, wasn't I? Follow the directions. It's a whole note. Half rest gets 2 beats. Quarter note gets 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. Dotted half note. Pretty slick, huh? Okay, let's scroll down and learn something else. There's a time signature at the beginning of every piece of music. Time signatures set the counting rules in music. The top number tells us how many beats are in each measure. The bottom number tells us the type of note that gets 1 beat. So when 4 is the bottom number, a quarter note gets 1 beat. So remember, the top number tells you how many beats are in every measure. Bottom number, when it's a 4, tells you a quarter note gets 1 beat. So if it's 2/4 time, 2/4 time, it means you can have 2 quarter notes in each measure. Look at this. 1, 2 quarter notes. Half rest, that also equals 2 quarter notes. It equals 2 beats, right? 3/4 time tells you you can have 3 quarter notes in every measure. 1, 2, 3. It doesn't mean you only have to use quarter notes, right? This equals 3 beats. Or you could put a half note plus a quarter note. Or you could put a half rest plus a quarter note. That would still equal 3. Each measure has to equal 3 beats. 4/4 time, 4/4 time, means there are 4 quarter notes or the equivalent in each measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each quarter note and the quarter rest equal 1 beat. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 4. Half note equals 2. Half rest also equals 2. Let's see how this works. Now, a bar line is the vertical line that divides notes into groups called measures. So bar line, we just have to draw a vertical line. We have to have 3 beats in every measure in this line. And we're going to write 1 bar line and divide it into 2 equal measures. So where should we put it? This gets 2. Let's see, that equals beat 1, 2. Remember, there should be 3 beats in every measure. So we used up beat number 1 and beat number 2. This note gets 1 beat. We'll put it on beat number 3. Hey, we filled up the measure, so the bar line goes right there. This measure, 1, we used up beat number 1 with that quarter note. Here's beat number 2, and this note gets 2 beats. So it comes in on beat number 2. It ends at the end of beat number 3. Easy stuff, huh? We could put a bar line at the end of this too. Or we could put a double bar line. Remember, double bar lines are at the ends of pieces of music. And the outside bar line is nice and thick. Not doing a very good job, but you get the idea. So down here, where would we put the bar line? Here's beat number 1. Beat number 1 is done. This comes in on beat number 2. It's a 2 beat note, so it's beat number 2 and beat number 3. Let's put the bar line right there. And then look at this new measure. 1, 2, 3. That was pretty easy, wasn't it? And we can put a double bar line at the very end. Trying to make that nice and thick. It's messy, but you get the idea, right? Let's scroll down a little bit more. Okay, you know what? I think you get the idea, right? And erase all this. And I know I'm doing it the hard way. Scrolling. Now 4/4 time. Remember, in 4/4 time, there are 4 quarter notes in every measure. How many beats does this note get? You remember? 1, 2, 3, 4. Goodness, that takes up the whole measure. So we can put a bar line here. Next measure, beat number 1, 2. This note gets 2 beats. It gets beat number 3 and beat number 2 and beat number 3. This gets beat number 4. Yeah, we did it. Okay. This one, beat number 1. It's a 2-beat note, so it takes up the first 2 beats in the measure. Here's beat number 3, beat number 4. Hey, that's it. And if all is well, this should work out to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We did it. Yep, we did. Let's erase all these guys. Kind of like erasing the hard way. I like pressing the button on my mouse. It's fun. Okay. So I think we have one more. Yeah, this is fun. Now we have to fill in the top number. Kind of looks hard, doesn't it? But it's not. All you have to do is read the bottom number. The bottom number tells you what? Tells you that a quarter note gets 1 beat. If it's a 4, the quarter note gets 1 beat. So how many quarter notes can you fit into 2 half notes and 2 half notes? Let's find out. So this comes in on beat number 1, lasts till the end of beat number 2. This comes in on beat number 3, lasts till the end of beat number 4. Goodness. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 beats. Ha! 4/4 time. What about this? Beat number 1 here. And gosh, that note gets how many? 3 beats. So you play it on beat number 2, sticks around for beat number 3, and beat number 4. We did it. So that is also 4/4 time. So congratulations, you're now an expert on counting. I'm giving you a smiley. Thanks for watching.